I am beating every N64 game, and I mean all of them. The twist is, the next game I play is randomly selected, so I have no clue what's coming next. This is the journey to beating every N64 game. Game number 219, NHL 99. Released in 1998, this game was developed by MBL Research and published by Electronic Arts. Another sports game. This time it's hockey. I've never really been into hockey at all, and video games are no different. I hadn't played a single hockey game in my life before this challenge, so I don't really know much about it. I once went to a local hockey match when I was in college, and all I remember is how cold it was in the arena. But yeah, this is the only EA hockey game on this console, so this should be a new experience compared to the ones we've played prior. Let's get into it. There was an option to create a player. It was incredibly basic. 7'1", 100 pounds. Yeah, that's a pretty good body for hockey. Really, this is a bit lacking, but I guess it's cool it's there. So the way we handle sports games in this challenge is win the main championship for that sport in the quickest way the game allows. We can jump straight to the playoffs and set it to 3-game series. I decided to choose the Edmonton Oilers because Slade likes them, so they must be good, right? My first match was against the Phoenix Coyotes. Let's get into the highlights for Game 1. About 2 minutes into the first period, Dallas Drake breaking down the ice. He's wide open, he shoots, but it's stopped by Bob Asensa. But then Asensa dives for no apparent reason, and Drake has the follow-up for the first goal of the game. 1-0 Phoenix. Just a couple possessions later, Bob Corkum shoots, it ricochets off the goal, and he gets the follow-up. What a start for the Coyotes! 2-0. On the very next possession, Dean McAmmon looks like he's a bit lost, but he somehow gets the puck passed. I have no idea how he pulled that one off, but it's a goal! 2-1 now. What a high-scoring affair. On the very next possession, Keith Tatchuk gets his own shot back and sinks it. These goals are bigger than usual, I think. Oh man, that's a big hit. Send him straight into next Tuesday. I'm showing my Oilers bias a bit here, but how is this a penalty on Bill Guerin? Unbelievable. What did he even do? That's a 2-minute minor. We're closing out on the first period here, and it's absolute chaos near the Oilers' goal. Everyone's getting laid out. We end the first with the Coyotes up 3-1. Quick start to the second period. Todd Marchant lays out the guy with the puck, then immediately shoots it right into the goal. Oilers down by just 1 now. A couple possessions later, Ryan Smith scooting his way down the rink, and somehow that goes in? I can't believe it! Tied up 3-3. Mike Gartner is laid out, but wait, the puck is still going. How was that not stopped? Bob Asensa was asleep there apparently. Drake Berehowski is all alone, he sends it, and it goes in! Tied back up 4-all. This is unlike anything I have ever seen in my entire one day as a hockey commentator. Tocchet is all alone, but a great stop by Asensa. Now he's paying attention. That shot was too late, and we head into the third period tied at 4. Tocchet now going into enemy territory, but he does a complete backflip there. How did he even get up from that one? Bob Corkum blasted into orbit, but the puck goes straight into the goal. I don't get it. Asensa makes the best saves, but then lets 2 of those go by. The Oilers couldn't answer, and that'll do it. The Phoenix Coyotes take Game 1 of the series 5-4. That was an amazing start to the playoffs, folks. Going into Game 2, I figure I'll explain how the game actually plays. By far, the most fun thing to do in this game is check the other team. The hits are massive, and it usually makes a boom sound every time you do. The physics for moving players are way more arcadey than I expected. There's barely any concept of momentum, although it does slow you down quite a lot when you go to charge a shot. The higher the meter goes, the harder you shoot. Usually a good way to score in these old hockey games are one-timers. You pass to a teammate across the ice, then they instantly shoot as soon as the puck gets to them. Sometimes the CPU goalie can't swap sides quick enough for it. The goalie is controlled completely automatically. I think there's a way to make it manual, but it was like this by default. Sometimes my CPU AI would be so stupid. Just get the puck, dude. Like, what is this? The other team's guy just froze up and drifted down the ice. The AI in this isn't the greatest, but it's nice when it's the other team being dumb. I'll take this time to talk about the graphics and audio. I'd say the graphics are just okay. About average for a sports game on this console. The frame rate stays high, which is more important to me than the game looking nice. Of course, they made sure to give those brand logos much higher resolution than the rest of the game. For the audio, you don't really hear music, except occasionally there's a pipe organ playing random songs. Flight of the Bumblebee. There's also the crowd cheering, that boom effect I mentioned earlier on checks, and of course, the commentary. The commentator is great. I believe it's a guy named Bill Clement, and this line is by far the best one.
Welcome to the Roadkill Cafe.
Actually, maybe this one's even better.
Freight train to...
Most of my goals were just chaotic messes near the opponent's goal. No idea what happened there, but it said I scored. Heck yeah. So I took game 2, 2-0. It's winner take all coming into game 3. I'm not sure what this advantage meter is. Does the game just think I have no chance, or does it actually affect the gameplay? I got a goal within the first 30 seconds, and it played this crazy alarm. Oh snap, it's getting heated in game 3. Gerald Diduck and Bill Huard are tussling. You can jab, hook, and grab their jersey in a fight. It's mostly just for fun because regardless of the outcome, both players will get a 5-minute major penalty. When it gets near the end of the game, the CPU will bring their goalie out to try to get a score. It can backfire big time though. And I mean big time. That'll do it. The Oilers take game 3, 4-1, knocking the Coyotes out of the playoffs. I swear, offsides in hockey and soccer games drive me nuts. I think it's such a dumb rule. Makes the game less interesting. There's also this other way to shoot called the Spinorama. Looks like this guy's doing a 360 no-scope. Do they do this in real life? Seems like something you'd see in whatever the hockey equivalent of And One is. Oh yeah, I guess I should mention I'm against the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim now. Personally, I think their uniforms look ugly. They had so many legends like Teemu Salon, Steve Ruchin, Jim McKenzie, and Guy Hebert at the goalie. Really? How does that go in? The auto goalie drives me nuts sometimes, but other times it works in the other way. This game is all over the place. So I took game 1, 3-1. Hey look, it's the first time I actually got a one-timer to go in the goal. Heck yeah. You know, sometimes the commentator doesn't need to say much to say a lot. Goal. Game 2 was tied 2-2 at the end of the third, so into overtime we go. Well, that was anticlimactic. I literally immediately scored, and that was that. We won 3-2, and the Mighty Ducks were eliminated from contention. What the heck? Why did that guy just face plant on the ice? I was against the Nashville Predators now, and they had the legend Mike Dunham at goalie, as well as some other legends like Tom Fitzgerald, Jason Moore, Darren Turcotte, and who could forget Sergei Krivokrasov? How was that offsides? This rule is so stupid. There is an option to turn it off, but well, I didn't. We got called for a penalty in overtime, and there was a penalty shot. With the goalie being an auto, this is just pure RNG whether or not it goes in. Thankfully, good luck this time. Man, game 1 went to 5 overtimes. No one could score. Finally though, I got one in. Good riddance. Game 1 goes to me. The best part of this game by far is ramming into the other dudes. It just gets so chaotic around the goal, and sometimes you never know what's going to happen. What on earth is this guy doing to celebrate? I think he broke. Anyway, I won game 2, 4-1, and the Predators were eliminated. In the Stanley Cup Finals now against the Buffalo Sabres. So many memorable players on their team like Derek Plant, Miroslav Satan, Curtis Brown, and Jean-Luc Grandpierre. They were unstoppable. Well, until today that is. We beat them in game 1, 2-1. And we also beat them in game 2, 2-1, taking the Stanley Cup for ourselves. There's like a super long celebration cutscene here with one guy shaking the trophy over his head while everyone else skates around him. It's a tad glitchy looking, but who cares? I'm the world champ. As if that wasn't good enough already, you also get this picture of your team logo beside the trophy. Holy cow. There's also some other trophies that are awarded here. There's really one called the Prince of Wales Trophy. Why is that a thing? There were a few cheat codes I found online. Some of them didn't work though. But Big Head Mode did work, and that's what matters. I will forever say, devs need to bring back cheat codes like this. They're so cool. But yeah, that's about all there is for this one. Game complete. So yeah, there you have it. My journey to beating NHL 99. I was honestly kind of surprised with this one. EA Sports game? Oh, it's going to be some realistic sim that aged horribly. However, this wasn't that at all. The controls do not feel realistic whatsoever, so it actually feels good to play it in the modern day. Is the N64 version the best version? I have no idea, but I had a good time. Checking someone is just so aggressive, it kind of feels like NFL Blitz in a way. And the commentator just leans into it being so ridiculous, so it makes it even better. You can figure out how to control the game pretty well in under 5 minutes, which is great. I'm not into hockey at all, but I did enjoy this game. It's a toss-up to me if this or Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey is more fun. Can't go wrong playing this one though. I gave NHL 99 a 6.5 out of 10 for enjoyability and a 2 out of 10 for difficulty. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We had a randomized marble race to determine which game was next, so here's how that played out. Or skip to the timestamp on screen to skip straight to the game selection. Alrighty, chat. We'll do a random race. Shattered Dreams. 173 games on the list. Here we go. We got Madden. We got Mortal Kombat. Or maybe even Mia Hamm Soccer 64. Only one game can win. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, they are off Tigger's Honey Hunt. And it's Namco Museum, the first out, followed by Aiden Chronicles, Mario Party, SD Hiryu no Ken Densetsu, Namco Museum 64 in the lead. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 on the other side. We got Aiden Chronicles, Namco Museum battling it out. I see Star Fox 64 as well. We got Tony Hawk on this side. Will anybody opt for the middle? Oh, and Animal Crossing is down. Mahjong 64 is down. We got a couple stragglers falling. There's South Park Rally opting for the middle path, the only marble to choose this path. Very, very interesting. Who will it be coming through? Still Aiden Chronicles, Star Fox, Namco Museum, Tony Hawk on the other side, and these paths do differ quite a bit. And we got Biofreaks falling off, but South Park Rally opted for the middle path coming through now, and it's a lot of marbles down the bottom, and we got some ones on the top here. It's Star Fox 64 with Banjo-Tooie right behind. Star Fox 64, Banjo-Tooie, and SimCity goes in the air. And now we got SD Hiryu no Ken Densetsu, Automobility Lamborghini coming through as well. We got a couple more obstacles left, folks. SD Hiryu no Ken Densetsu, Star Fox 64, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 coming through. And we got a couple more things here. Tony Hawk, Gex coming out of nowhere, Tony Hawk 3, SD Hiryu, oh, they're all getting throttled by the pegs. What's it going to be? Tony Hawk 3, it's so too hard to tell. Oh, and out of nowhere, what is Dark Rift? What an upset. What is Dark Rift? I've never seen this game. Where did that come from? It came out of nowhere. I don't think anybody saw that outcome happening. Oh shoot, what is happening back here? Oh no, Quest 64 going the wrong way. Will it escape? Quest 64 is just stuck. Oh my goodness. We're stuck here waiting on it and it is just not going anywhere. It's trying its best. Quest 64 is set to be burned to death. Some people may say that is a good thing. Alrighty. Dark Rift. It has been decided. But yeah, if you're still here watching, you're awesome. Thank you so much. If you had a good time, consider hitting that like button, or maybe even dropping a subscription. Or hey, maybe even watch another one of these videos that's on screen now. And yeah, see you next time.